Reef DVM's coming at you today with an easy, no peeling applesauce. We had a bunch of crab apples on the farm, but we do this sauce with any apple that you'd like. Obviously, it works better with, Granny Smith and Lodi apples and pie apples. But, you can use any apple you'd like. In this case, we've got a whole bunch of crab apples coming in. And they're kind of in different stages of ripeness. Sometimes I actually like them a little riper than this because it even goes easier. Basically, we need the leaves removed, and there's a lot of them. We don't always get the stems off. Sometimes the girls get the stems off, sometimes they don't. Don't really have to worry. Just make sure you get the leaves off. The seeds and the stems and the pieces of skin, they'll all get taken off through the strainer. Once you get that done, we recommend washing it. Our apples are, pretty organic, pretty natural on the farm, but there's no sense putting dirt through. Sometimes there's, a spider or a bug on them too, so I'd recommend washing them the best you can. We're just using a standard colander here and just washing them up. Once you get them washed up, we find the easiest thing to do is, put them in a roaster or crock pot or, an oven, whatever you have that you can bake with. In our situation here, we're just gonna put them in the pot. There's about maybe quart and a half, 2 quarts here. So we're gonna add at least a cup of water to it. And you can certainly add more water if your apples are a little bit more dry and it's getting too thick when you strain it out. But for us, this works great. We do this with maybe 4 or 5 containers, so we can kind of bake several of these at once. Yeah, as you can see, she's got several of them in the oven. 350 degrees for 15 to 30 minutes, depending upon the apples. You kind of want them to be soft and mushy. This is great. Take them out. Don't even have to peel them at this point, even if they were bigger apples. Things are pretty soft. Just, mash them up. I have seen some apples where you have to cook them for about 45 minutes, especially the Red Delicious. But again, I don't really make applesauce out of that. So we quick hit them with the potato masher. Just kind of mash them up a bit. Really don't care what it really looks like. One thing about doing it this way, folks, you'll get a nice red applesauce. Now, obviously, it'll be kind of a green color if you use Lodi or Granny Smith apples. And we just take like a mortar pestle kind of strainer. This happens to be one of our pumpkin strainers. Buy these things online for like 30 bucks. Basically put the apple mush right into the strainer. It's not too hard. This is about the easiest way we know how to make applesauce, folks, especially really nice, rich red stuff. And we just strain it. Doesn't take too long. We just kind of mash it down into the strainer and out comes the sauce. I would say a 5 gallon pail of crab apples, probably going to give you 8, maybe 7 to 8 quarts. I would say a 5 gallon pail of Lodi apples, probably about the same. And once you get your applesauce done, just sugar it to flavor. These are crab apples, so they got a little bit of tartness to them. So we're going to add a couple cups of sugar, a little bit of cinnamon to taste. Kind of depends upon your apple. Certainly at this point, just taste it, see what you like. The mixture is actually fairly hot at this point. It's probably about, I don't know, 120 degrees. You really want to kind of zip this up a little bit. Add about a tablespoon of vanilla extract to it. It'll really kind of give it a really fun, vanilla, cinnamon, sugary flavor when you have your applesauce. This is definitely the easiest way we know how to make our applesauce. We've done other methods. We've even put out videos on them if you want to look back. Basically, now you just scoop it up and put it in the jars. With that being the point, though, you don't have to put it in jars. You could put this in Ziploc baggies or Tupperware containers and freeze it just right now. In a freezer, this stuff will last, 5 to 6 months. You also could just put the lid on this Tupperware and eat out of the Tupperware bin in the refrigerator. Probably lasts you about 2 weeks. We like to process ours, though. Do a hot water processing job like this. Doesn't take too long. Lasts about maybe 2 years in the fruit cellar. It's always kind of hard for us to tell because we eat through it before we get it too old. We do the light boiling canning method for about 220 degrees for about 20 minutes on this stuff. Pull them out, cool them down. Lids snap down nice and tight. We're good to go. Let it cool, and you end up with a whole bunch of beautiful red applesauce. And you didn't have to peel an apple, folks. It's the best way we know how to make applesauce on the farm. Thanks for watching.